Hello, this is Greg House from Green Greg's coming to you on the 28th October 21. Time on deck is 1900 hours Central Daylight Time. China seems to be pulling a great deception, maybe the great lie of China upon the world. They are telling us that they're running out of energy. They're shutting down factories. They're shutting down homes. They are going dark. And they're telling us that they're doing this for the great purpose of getting their carbon footprint in order to meet their greenhouse goals of 2060. I mean, decades out. Really? The world's buying that. What walking around sense does that possibly make? Oh yeah, well, okay, they're just using it as a cover because they're out of energy. Well, if they were out of energy, that might be an interesting, CCP expected kind of ploy. But here's what you got to know. China is actually producing more energy right now. Yeah. And what are they doing? Why is this happening? Where is this energy going? Therein lies the question, the crux, the heart of the great lie of China. Or is it? We're going to get into that. This is part of my Eyes Wide Open, Head on the Swivel news series. And guys, this is something that the world should be paying very close attention to. This is why you really need your eyes wide open, because they may be about to pull a big one on the world, on us in particular. So you need to get ready. I cover a lot of things on this channel in part of this series. So subscribe to my channel, bang the update notification bell, and click all to get my future videos on this. Now, also, I'm trying to help you guys to get ready to prepare for all these things coming up. I got plenty of videos out there about eating free from the weeds and trees. I also got videos about growing your own food. And I got videos about going to the big box stores. But I'm going to tell you what, if you want a food that you can really store and bug out with and put up, one of the best deals is this food that I got available to you for the last 25 years. You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And now we're running about $100 off for a 3-month supply. Check it out at prepwithgreg.com. Prepwithgreg.com. This is lightweight. That's the advantage of this food. Makes it easy to bug out with, easy to store. It's packaged in these durable buckets that you can bury, and they're sealed. It's got sealed pouches in them that you can also remove and put in your backpack and move easy. Your kids can pick this up. You can put it in your boat, your car, your van. Best of all, bug out so you can be a surviving man for your whole family. So do that, my friends. Check out prepwithgreg.com. But do everything you can right now to prep. Go to the big box stores, do all that, because we may be in for a dark winter in more than one way. And China is going dark too, but maybe it is voluntarily. So get this. You may know that China has had this energy crisis now for several months. But what you don't know is that the energy production in China is actually higher than it was in 2019 at the onset of the bug that broke out and went around the world, which started there where they had all their shutdowns. And from January to August of this year, energy production in China grew 11.3%. And when they already shutting down in August, they embargoed the coal in Australia, but they've been mining Inner Mongolia, where they've had some floods up there. But I think they may be using all this as an excuse. They're hunting excuses to have their blackouts. So first excuse is, well, we don't we're trying to be green. And then the backup excuse is, we live in redundancies. The backup excuse is, we don't have enough coal. But yet, the energy production is actually up. So what is really going on? On a year-by-year basis, when compared to the same period in 2019, that's where you get that 11.3% increase, okay? There was an average growth rate over the entire last 2 years, though, of 5.7% per year in energy production. And this August, China produced 738 billion kilowatts of electricity. Yeah. So you can't exactly say that China isn't producing enough electricity to power the country, keep the wheels turning, keep the homes lit, the factories lit, and the machines burning. So why is the industry? Why are all these homes being blacked out? Where is China's huge electricity production being diverted to? For producing it, and everybody's shutting their lights out, it's going. You would think it's going somewhere. You know, the way the grid works is a grid in it right now until we get energy storage devices on really big. A grid consumes the energy it produces and produces the energy it consumes equally and instantaneously. So if you're producing that much energy, it's going somewhere. Where? Well, we do know that the blackouts are there in the very capital cities, Beijing and Shanghai, you know, Guangzhou, you know, these places have been blacked out. Residents in Northeast China are actually buying candles or prepping with lots of candles, respecting that long, dark winter up there. But the areas with the large military industries in them, the areas with the large military industries, guess what? They're fine. They're not being blacked out. They remain powered. Well, you got to know nuclear arms and weapon systems do require a large amount of energy. There you have it. What is it, huh? So has the CCP used the blackouts to appear to the whole world as if, oh, we're trying to be green, we're trying to be nice, we're trying to save the planet. While this the whole time, maybe, you tell me, are they preparing to declare war, to wage a world war on their enemies? Quite a deception if that's the case. Quite a deception. Maybe the biggest deception in the world. That is ultimate Sun Tzu. What's the birdie? Look, oh, we got all these problems. We got no power. Chung, 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 chung. We got power. We got to turn all the lights off. Chung, 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 chung. Missiles building up. You know, they're building 3 new missile fields for ICBMs that will be able to hold, you know, 350 to 400 DF-41s. It can put 10 warheads each. That's 4,000 warheads. And yet we're told, well, they only have maybe 200 to 350 warheads, the same number they had decades ago. Really? They produced all this and suddenly they stopped. You're buying that, right? Maybe they did. A little hard to swallow, though. Maybe they've been chugging the whole time under the rug. Under the rug. And most centrifuges toward and reaching that uranium. They didn't scuttle their centrifuges, did they? When they produced that first 200, 300 warheads? We don't have anybody over there verifying any of this, knowing what they got on the inside of China. There's nobody over there to see it. We never had the visibility, transparency into China that we had into Russia. But see, they do have, if you just look at the DF-41s they have now, you say, oh, great, all the silos, they're just so they can move the missiles so you won't know which one to hit. They've already got mobile platforms for the DF-41 for that. Just look at the parades around Tiananmen Square. They're all over the place. They have them. They're mobile. That takes care of that issue. China may be really pulling something huge, but, you know, and they're not, you know, that's, you know, if they're producing nuclear weapons, they got other weapon systems that are producing to field militaries to take their objectives, to take, you know, maybe northern India. So then have that Silk Road straight into right straight into Pakistan and then through Iran and across the Euphrates and Tigris rivers to, what's that prophecy about 200 million men? You know, China's not big enough to field a military that big though. Nah, forget about it, right? Check out the CI World Fat Book. Only 2 nations in the world could do that, India and China. Kind of fits the prophecies, eh? Maybe, kind of, sort of. In fact, the CIA World Fat Book several years ago said China could probably field a 250 million man army. And where they're at today beats me, but guys, what's cooking? Not saying they will, but there's some interesting prophecies, and you know that side of the world is where the realization of those prophecies are possible from. You believe in the prophecies or not? I'm just saying, it's interesting that when there was only 50 million people on the planet, somebody would have a vision that an army that was 5 times bigger than the world's population would come from that direction, crossing the Tigris River when it went dry. Well, we may see one day with our very own eye. I hope we don't. I hope we don't. Yeah, see, here's the other thing. China is the CCP is taking a huge risk. And they're starving their people. They're shutting the lights off on them. They're putting out of work. They're being locked up. The bugs going around. They're taking a risk of their political instabilities, but they're assuming that their military, which is trained to and can contain. Oh, They have a police force that's far larger than their military. Most of their budget don't go to the military. It goes to their police force to monitor their own people. Isn't that a lovely way to live? That's what our kids here in America want. That's exactly what they want. They might get it. Lovely way to live. No freedom, no rights, social credit. They're going to tie the money. Their new China coin is going to tie the money to the social credit system. They put the money in your bank. You worked hard for it, but oh, you've been a bad boy. Poof! They jerk it back. That China coin has got a string on it, and that string is your social credit system. And poof, they'll put it right back. Put it in your hand and poof, put it right back from you, guys. This is actually a very frightening thing to think about. That they're so serious about building their military and building it up real fast and building it up right now that they would take the social risk of shutting their country down to do it. They're trying to accelerate it. They seem to be in a big hurry. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I am. But they're producing more energy. The civilian and normal industrial sectors are shut down, but the military production area still got power. Why? Oh, it's just a happy coincidence. Okay. Whatever. Do you trust them? What do you think? What do you think is going on here? Why are they in such an all-fired hurry to build things up like that? Maybe they got grand designs. They want to pull them off like really soon. Look what they've been doing with Taiwan. Flying so many sorties around Taiwan of late. Look at their bellicose nature, the way that they're putting forces on the border with like crazy right now against India, building up. Guys, we live in crazy times. It's uncertain. Keep your eyes wide open, head on the swivel, guys. It could be coming at us. What can you do? Just that. Stay alert. Stay aware. We need to tell our elected officials to make sure that we're strong enough that China won't want to mess with us. And we get a grid hardened so it won't be tempted to take it down with an EMP, thinking that we'll roll over and play dead and we won't do anything afterwards. You know, our two-power grid defense conference. We need our grid hardened more than anything else. And we need to be hardened ourselves just so nobody would want to pick on us. You ever notice the big guys are always, used to be the ones that was most jovial. Why? Nobody's going to mess with them. They knew they dominated. In nature, what's the most playful animals? It's the top predators. Why? They can afford to be. Nice, cuddly. But you mess with them, they eat you. They get hungry, they eat you. China's not cuddly. They may be the panda, but holy smoke, they've been playing wolf warrior lately. All right, enough said. Guys, pay attention. Eyes wide open. Head on swivel. Get ready. Be prepared. And let's hope and pray that this stuff does not come to pass. Catch y'all later. Oh, by the way, I got an interview coming with David Pine. David Pine and I will be talking about the sound of face, Russia and China together. That may be aired before I air this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. And also, I got a video coming up tonight, and they may even air this one first because of how long it takes us to compile and load and all that good happy stuff. But what's going on in our border? And that may be connected to China too. What's going on in our border, southern border, the invasion from the south? Pay attention, guys. We are in peril today. Thank you for watching.